Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Going to be joined shortly here by Clark Grogan, who is in the house as well, as your St. Maries Lumberjack varsity girls get set to take on 2A Central Idaho League opponent, the Orofino Maniacs, in league action here tonight. I think they've got 4 or 5 games left, the girls do. We've got the schedule. We'll take a look at that. And they are pretty much all league games left for the Lumberjack girls. So coming down to the wire here is district tournament action is set to start on the 4th of February. We have that district tournament bracket as well, and we'll go over that also. Lumberjack girls tonight wearing National Guard uniforms here this evening. Jersey number is going to be a little bit different for the girls, but I know what they look like, so I'm not too worried about it. It's honoring kind of the military personnel wearing their military jerseys. So good night here for St. Mary's girls. Got a lot to tell you about, some interesting matchups coming up. A game that was not on the boys' schedule that is now on the boys' schedule that we're going to tell you about. Most of you may have already read about it in the paper, but it's an interesting one. And we'll try to get through all that in the 26 minutes we have before the opening tip. But first, we're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Potlatch's #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as your Lumberjack girls set to host 2A Central Idaho League opponent, the Orofino Maniacs, in league action this evening. Taking a look at the Central Idaho League, the Grangeville Bulldogs are on top of the league with a 4-0 record in league play. They are 11-8 on the season after a slow start. Not really a slow start. They just played some really big, tough schools down south early in the season. Their last game was a 53-45 win at Kamei. They will host St. Maries on Saturday. They are 5th in the 2A power rankings for Idaho sports. I did not look up the Max Preps rankings overall for our CIL, so I did mess up there. The Kellogg Wildcats with a 3-3 league record, 6-11 overall. They are 43. Their last game was a 43-40 loss at Orofino. And that was on the 21st. They are at Priest River tonight, I do believe. They are 12th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. Orofino Maniacs, they come into tonight's matchup with a 2-2 league record, 5-8 overall. They beat Kellogg 43-40, and they're going to be hosting Lakeside. They're going to be hosting the Knights on the 28th. They are 14th in the 2A Power Rankings overall on Idaho Sports. The St. Maries Lumberjacks come into tonight's game with a 1-3 league record, 7-8 overall. They beat Genesis Prep 62-36 on the 21st, and they will be at Kellogg on the 31st. They are 9th in the 2A power rankings. Priest River 0-2 in league play, 2-11 overall, lost 47-19 to Riverside, Washington, and they will be at Kellogg tonight. And at St. Mary's on the 2nd of February, the Priest River Spartans are 21st in the power rankings on idahosports.com. We'll just look at the Idaho Sports Power Rankings and the Max Preps Power Rankings today. The 1 through 5 is Melba, North Fremont, Coal Valley Christian, Soda Springs, and Ambrose for the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. The Max Preps Rankings, which are what they seed the state tournament by, is Melba, Soda Springs, Coal Valley Christian, North Fremont, and Ryrie. That's a look at the power rankings and the records and schedules. We'll take one quick break, and we'll come back. Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Food will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Food, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Clark Grogan is over there as well, but he is finishing up a dinner sausage. He says whenever he comes to these games, he's got to get one of those Scheffelmeyer dogs because they're hard to find around town unless it's at a special event or at a basketball game or football game. So I don't blame them. They're pretty stinking good. Anyways, let's see here. I've got a lot of stuff to go through. First, let's look at that district tournament bracket, I guess. With 5 teams in the league this year, it's going to be a bit different of a look for district tournament action, of course. As it sits right now, the Lumberjack girls, if they could get a couple of wins in league play, they could move up to maybe that number 3 slot in the district tournament. Or I don't know if they can get all the way up to the number 2. I think they would definitely have to win at least 3 out of these next 4 games that are district tournament or district league games. But as it sits right now, it would be St. Mary's playing Priest River on the 4th for game 1 of the district tournament. That would be here at St. Mary's because St. Mary's would be the higher seed, with Priest River being the 5th seed. Priest River is already penciled in as the 5th seed. The winner of that game would then play Grangeville in game 2. And then you'd have the 2 and 3 seeds playing, which is Kellogg and Orofino. And all of these are high seed hosts, I do believe. So that is a benefit to, of course, that higher seed. And then from there, the 2 losers would play in game 5, and the winners would play in game 4. Those games, let's see, the games 2 and 3 would be played on the 6th of February, and then games 4 and 5 would be played on the 8th of February. So that's how that goes. The winner of game 5 would end up playing the loser of game 4, and the winner of game 6 would then have to play a play-in game to try to make it to state. The district champion, which would be the winner of game 4, is directly in to the state tournament. So that's a look kind of at that district tournament action, the way it is set up for this year. So yeah, no having to play somebody 3 times in districts if you get beat because of the more teams in the league this year.
Unless the day of the week ends with a Y, right? No, I'm sorry.
Also, a shout out to the cheer team. They placed 2nd overall in their last competition in 2A. They were the 1st place in stunt team and 2nd place in pom team in their last competition. So good job on them. Cheer Districts is on Saturday at Timberlake, so we want to wish them good luck. Good luck to the wrestling team. Of course, they won't hear this, but they are up in Kellogg tonight. And I want to give a shout-out to the JV girls basketball team. Clark, the JV girls are undefeated. They're 12-0 on the season.
And they're not playing tonight.
And they're not playing tonight, so you don't get a chance to see them play yet.
I was looking forward to getting my fill tonight, but I guess that's just not going to happen.
The JV team looks like, that 12-0, it doesn't necessarily translate to success at the varsity level, but it's always a positive to see them having success.
It certainly gives them hope, because that's the thing that the varsity program is needing, is a little more hope and a little more positivity as they play.
Yeah. Well, and looking at the varsity girls, they may have a 7-8 record, but last year they only won 1 game. So there's definitely an improvement, and I'm sure the girls would like to make it to state. That's going to be tough for them to do so. There's a lot of good teams in our league. But I do think that there's a slight chance, because Kellogg, everybody below Grangeville in the girls' Central Idaho League are fairly evenly matched.
Well, you've seen more than I have on that. I was surprised to hear that Orofino had beaten Kellogg.
Yeah, I was too.
And I was wondering if they just taken a bunch of kids out of the lineup or something.
Yeah. But I don't think when they played earlier in the season, because they've already played twice against Orofino, I don't think Kellogg beat them by much the first time they played. So it was a close game both times they played. So that's a look at that. We'll take another quick break, and we'll be back with more.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just...
And we are back. Tim Parrish, Clark Grogan here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, where the Lumberjack girls are getting set to take on 2A Central Idaho League opponent, the Orofino Maniacs. And this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Take a look at the last game the Lumberjack girls played, where they beat Genesis Prep last Saturday in Genesis Prep, and it was a pretty good game for the Lumberjack girls. They beat them 62-36. Lumberjack girls shot 30 on the floor, 50% from the free throw line, and turnovers. Quite released for the girls, considered still average around 20 turnovers a game. So, they did force 22 turnovers from Genesis Prep. Casey Watkins, 3 players in double digits in that game. Casey Watkins scored 1. She had rebounds. Sammy Sin had a good evening. She almost had a triple-double, actually almost a quadruple-double. You don't see it very often in the high school level in boys or girls. Triple-double or even the quadruple-double is even rare. She had 13 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals. And the score got to where it was, so she didn't play as much later in the game, so she wasn't able to try to get to that mark. She is let's see here, sophomore or junior? I don't remember. Take a look here. She is a junior. So she'll be one of those key players in the post next year for St. Mary's girls. Stacey Mitchell had 13 points with 10 rebounds. She had a double-double. She's had a double-double just about every single game of the season this year except for a few. Berkeley McGrill had one of her best nights of the season, scoring-wise. She had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Lumberjacks. Now, the last time St. Mary's faced Orofino, it was not exactly a offensive outburst.
From what you told me, that was just one of those scintillating games where they scored, 4 points in a quarter?
Second quarter had 2 points.
Oh, 2 points.
Scored by... Orofino, here's how Orofino's scoring went. First quarter, Orofino scored 7 points. In the second quarter, Orofino scored 0. Third quarter, Orofino scored 8. They came alive in the fourth quarter. They scored 17 points to St. Mary's 7 points, and that gave them the win. And Grace Bearden, I think it was, who didn't have a strong first couple of quarters, came alive in that one and put up, well, she ended up with 19 total points, 9 rebounds, and I think a majority of those points were in that fourth quarter of play. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more of a exciting game here tonight. I mean, it was close that night, but it just wasn't. It had its dull moments.
Well, if it's like that one, wake me up. I hope that's not what we're going to get.
I would think we won't. But the other interesting note to that game was Grangeville or Orofino only had 3 girls score points. So it was a rough night for them. Like I said, I don't have stats on. Well, I do have stats on Orofino, and honestly, only 3 girls really have scored points most of the year for them. Their leading scorer is Grace Bearden, a senior, with 16 points a game. Jalen Miller is a junior. She averages about 11 points a game. And then Johnson, let's see, that's Olivia Johnson. She averages about 7 points a game, and that's it, Clark. There's one other girl that averages 3 points per game, but that's it for their scoring all season long for Orofino.
Well, I'm looking at Bearden right now. She looks like an athlete out there.
She is. The one thing I do think, looking at their roster, they are young as well. They have 1 senior on their roster, and that is Bearden. So, did you want something? So,
feed the scorekeeper, Tim. Feed the scorekeeper.
Upcoming, I think they're only $1. Upcoming.
Nothing like live radio, folks.
Let's see here. Looking at the upcoming schedules, the Lumberjack girls are coming to the end of their season. They've got, go back to the beginning of my schedule. That's not the beginning of my schedule.
You want me to sing while you're doing this?
So the
turn off the radio.
The JV girls have, looks like 3 games left. JV girls play at Kellogg, and then they host Kootenai, and then they play at Priest River, or they host Priest River in their last couple of games. Lumberjack girls have 4 games left, including tonight. So they play Orofino here tonight. Next 2 games are at Grangeville and at Kellogg. Grangeville is on Saturday. Next Tuesday is at Kellogg. We'll be at all those games. And then on February the 2nd, the girls will host Priest River for the last game of the season, more than likely senior night. And we will not be covering that game. We had a prior commitment that we signed up for quite a while back, and we cannot not have that commitment. So,
what is that?
I'm going to get a senior night pamphlet, and in that first playoff game, first district tournament game for St. Mary's, we'll honor the girl seniors on that evening on the radio. But we will not, at least it's a home game. I'm bummed about it because really Priest River and that St. Mary's Priest River matchup is a really good matchup as well. As for the boys, the JV team does not play at Grangeville. There's no JV games at Grangeville. So the next action for the JV boys is on the 30th, when we host Genesis Prep. Then on the 3rd, we host Bonners Ferry, and then the 4th they'll be at Logos. If the girls end up in that 4 seed, we won't go to Logos. We will, of course, broadcast the district tournament game here at home. The varsity boys, they have a busy schedule. They have 5 games in the next 8 days, 20 games in the next 9 games in the next 20. So they're going to be wrapping up on quite a rampant schedule.
I'd say.
They'll be at Grangeville Saturday. They'll host Genesis Prep Academy on Monday. And then here's that game that got added in. If you have the Gazette record, you know about it. But St. Mary's is going to play 5A Lake City on February the 1st at Lake City. Now, the main reason this game was made, that came about, was, if you don't know, 4 or 5 between the girls and boys teams for St. Mary's are related to Blake Buchanan, who is one of the standout stars, senior this year, on that Lake City team.
And not just Lake City and all of Idaho.
Well, that too. Him and that Colton Mitchell kid are really good. That's going to be a tough matchup because Blake is 6'10".
To say it's tough is an understatement. If you ask me, it's going to be fun, I would think. But I think that's great that they're going to get a little bit of a family feud thing.
I'm calling it the clash of the cousins. I mean, I believe that that's the only reason this game came about, is mainly that, because I look back all the way to the 18-19 season for Lake City. They've never even played a 3A school. They've never played anybody below a 4A school in Idaho. So it's mainly that family connection that this game is happening. And it was funny at practice last night. Coach Chase was saying, win, lose, or tie, we're going to play clean. We're going to have a good game. Grayson Sand goes, there's not going to be no tie, Coach. There won't be no draw. And I think they know what's ahead of them. I think they know that it might be kind of an ugly game. Who knows? You just never know. But Lake City is the real deal. They're probably one of the 5A favorites overall to win that title this year. They were last year, but they kind of had a bump in the road in that first game of the state tournament last year.
Those things happen, especially when you go south.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun, I think, overall. So it's going to be fun seeing. I know Tyler Renner was saying he's just going to be under there pinching him in the ribs and stuff, you know. So, and that's next Wednesday, I think I said, the 1st of the month. And then that Friday, the 4th. The 3rd. Let's see here. Get back on track. The 1st will be at Lake City. It's a try game. They're going to have freshman, JV, and varsity. So St. Mary's is separating out some of those other freshman kids that are probably the ones that don't get as much playing time, because our JV team is stacked with freshmen. And there's a bunch of them that don't get a ton of playing time. So they're going to be bopped down to a freshman squad. So we're going to have freshman, JV, and varsity. So it's just going to be a fun day or evening. And then they will play host Bonners Ferry. That's going to be another hard game. Kellogg just lost to Bonners Ferry. They lost by 10 to them in a hard-fought game. I watched that one on the Boundary Live up in Bonners Ferry. It was a fun game. Then the boys will be at Logos. Then the boys will be at Priest River. That's the 4th and the 7th. And then a 3-game homestand to almost finish off the season. It'll be Orofino, Kendrick, and Kellogg all at home. Kellogg on Valentine's Day. And then they'll finish off on the road at Timberlake on the 16th before district tournament action. So that's a look at our upcoming schedules. Kind of blew through all of my time getting through that, but I wanted to get that out there about the Lake City game. And trust me, I will be at Lake City. Clark, I think, is wanting to figure out a way to get out of here to go to it.
I'm probably going to have to say no, because I have a commitment that night. Is it on Wednesday? Is that a
Wednesday, I believe.
I've got baseball umpiring.
Oh, lucky you.
Can you believe that we're talking baseball umpiring? Well,
yeah,
we're getting near the end of basketball.
The last 2-3 weeks, the softball girls have already been up here.
Well,
practicing inside.
Just watch what happens here after tonight. I hear we're supposed to get a bit of snow over the next 2 days.
Well, I'm really curious about the Grangeville game, because snow is supposed to come a couple of inches at least tonight to Friday or something. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and take a break while we do national anthem.
There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back, and I'm trying to get some. So the first starter for the Maniacs is the number 2 of Kristen McCarthy. Circle your starters. Number 13, Grace Bearden. The number 15 of Emma Province. The number 21 of Livia Johnson. And the number 24 of Jalen Miller. The Maniacs are coached by Allison Chatfield. Now the starting lineup for the Lumberjacks. I'm trying to get some numbers lined up for Clark because they've got some different numbers. The first starter for the Lumberjack girls is Berkeley McGrill. It'll be number 2, Kara Sexton. It'll be number 22 of Casey Watkins. The number 11 of Stacy Mitchell. And the number 10 of Sammy Sint. And take a look at some of these other ones down here, get the numbers properly. It looks like that might be number 12 for Danica Sloper. So, Clark, here's some of the right numbers for some of our varsity girls, because you don't necessarily know some of them by
Well, I know from the classroom when I've been in there, but they've all grown up on me.
Lumberjack girls wearing the white National Guard uniform, the Maniacs in blue, and the girls will be going St. Mary's left to right. It is Casey Watkins going up against the number 13 of Grace Bearden at midcourt.
Watch out for that Wascally Wabbit, too, all right?
Wabbit. I'm trying to get I didn't get my stats program taken care of. The Maniacs will control the start. Trying to get my starters in here. That doesn't take too long. Maniacs have the ball up top. Working it around the perimeter over to the right side of the floor. Now down to the right corner. Back up to the top. Cross court to the left side. Just inside, about 16 feet away. Jump shot no good. Rebound goes to the Maniacs. They'll reset their offense. Into the lane. The number 13 of Grace Bearden puts it up and good for Orofino, and the Maniacs strike first. Bring it down for St. Mary's is Kara Sexton. Swings it to the left, or to the right side to McGrill. McGrill works just inside. She's going to put the shot up. Nothing but net by Berkeley McGrill from about 15 feet out. So we got a tie ball game, 2 apiece. 1 minute gone in the contest. Coming back down, it's Bearden controlling for the Maniacs. Swings it to the right side to McCarthy. Down to Bearden. Now back to the elbow. Up top. Was that a 2 or a 3 by the number 21? I think it was a 2 by Johnson from straight away for the Maniacs. I do believe there was an assist for Orofino on that one. 4-2, Maniacs with the lead. Sammy Sint triggers the 3 from the left side. Back iron, no good. Ball tipped around. St. Mary's able to pull in the rebound.
Yeah, Sammy got her own rebound.
Lumberjacks reset. McGrill, right wing. Sammy thought about a 3 for a second from straight away almost. Instead, goes down to Sexton. Sexton, short corner. The shot rims out, and the rebound goes to the Maniacs down the other way. Grace Bearden has it for Orofino. Bearden, 5'11" senior guard. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Watkins. And St. Mary's back the other way. Sexton to Sammy Sint. Sint, left wing. Back to the top to Sexton. Around the horn to the right side to McGrill. Zone looks like a 2-1 or a 2-3 zone. Going to get it to Mitchell. She lost the handle. Coming the other way, Bearden lays it up and in for the Maniacs. 6-2, little 4-point run for the Maniacs. Sexton to Mitchell. Mitchell at the free throw line, takes her dribble, goes back to the top. Now they work it over to McGrill. McGrill right side, now back to the free throw line. It's Mitchell. Going to get McGrill driving baseline. Shot is up, won't fall. Ball is loose. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession error. Looks like it favors St. Mary's. Sammy Stent will trigger from baseline. Looking for somebody to get it to. Goes right into the paint to Mitchell. Mitchell off the glass and good. I do have to remember with the change of jersey numbers to make sure I do put the right person on the stat. Little press from the Maniacs. St. Mary's break, or the Maniacs, a press from St. Mary's. The Maniacs break it. We get our first foul call. I believe it's a block by Stacy Mitchell. No, it's going to go against Watkins. First foul of the game. 4:55 remaining. First period. 6-4. Maniacs with the lead. Maniacs working around. Short corner, near side. Johnson back to the free throw line to Miller. Miller's 2 is short. Maniacs pull down the rebound. And the jump ball will favor the Maniacs. Orfino will inbound. Looking to get it in. And 5-second violation. Lumberjack defense did a good job covering everybody up there, right, Clark?
Good man on that one.
6-4. Lumberjacks trail by 2. 2A Central Idaho League action here. Lumberjacks trying to move their way up the Central Idaho League standing. Sexton over to Sammy Sent. Cross court to McGrill. Down to the inside now. Looking at Mitchell. Back out to Sent. Nice ball movement. Going to get a block shot, though, as Sexton tried to go up. Sexton saves the rebound in, though.
Those were good crisp passes there, too, Tim. I thought it was much more better ball movement than I've seen.
Couple of second chance opportunities. St. Mary's couldn't get anything cashed in, though. Maniacs with the three-pointer straight away. It is short. Rebound to Sexton. St. Mary's back the other way. Up to the corner. Three-point shot. Sammy Sent. Nothing but net. Will give the assist. I believe that was Watkins. Maniacs working the ball down the side, on the left side of the floor. Work it over to the right side now. Mitchell gets a nice deflection there. I'm kind of surprised she gave up on it. I think she had a chance to actually get to that before it went out of bounds. But it was still a nice deflection to knock the pass out of bounds. Maniacs will inbound, though. Another deflection by Mitchell. Shot on the way from three-point range, though, by Bearden, and it is up and good. Bearden getting started early here tonight.
Yeah, she looks pretty good right now, Tim.
9-7. St. Mary's trails by 2. McGrill to Mitchell. Mitchell, that shot's off the mark. St. Mary's fighting for the rebound. Going to get a jump ball called. Possession should be in favor of St. Mary's. I'll go ahead and give Watkins that a rebound then, as she was the one who tied that up. 3:02 to go first period. 9-7. Lumberjacks trail. Into the corner to McGrill. McGrill, short corner shot. It is off the mark. Rebound to the Maniacs. Bearden will control it down for Orfino. Picks it up at the top of the key to Miller. Miller into the paint. Shot is no good. Rebound to Sammy Sent at first. The tie-up, though, and the possession will go to the Maniacs. Good, clean play so far in this first quarter. Only one foul.
Both teams are pretty aggressive and getting after the rebounds, too.
Bearden this time for 3, and another one knocked down from the opposite side. That time she had Sammy Sent in her face and still knocked down with the pressure. 4-point lead for the Maniacs. I think that's the biggest lead they've had in the game.
That's 5, by the way, just so you
5. My mather's broken sometimes.
Well, that's why I'm here, Tim.
Sammy Sent with the shot. It won't go. Gets the rebound. Sent again from the elbow. That shot is short. Watkins with the rebound, though.
Her shot was short, too.
St. Mary's not taking good opportunities of the second chance points here.
Not
early
yet.
on, anyway.
Not yet.
Sexton, short corner, left side, looks into Stent. Stent loses it, but coming up with it is Mitchell. The shot is no good, but she will be fouled.
That should be on Bearden, I believe.
First foul of the game for the Maniacs. That is Grace Bearden's first foul. Sends Mitchell to the free throw line. Mitchell, 53% free throw shooter, and that one's off the mark. Hits side iron and bounces out to the left side. Second free throw for Mitchell on the way. And
she hit the other side that time.
Hit the other side of the rim.
That's called overcompensating.
Rebound to the Maniacs. They work it with 3 out. Sexton almost gets a steal there, but couldn't quite get it tied up. Inside, Miller with a shot. No good. Partially blocked, I believe, by Mitchell. St. Mary's back the other way as Mitchell blocks it and gets the rebound. Nobody's really made any subs so far either. Everybody's playing.
Well,
first bad pass there by Sexton as she tries to get the skip pass into the low post. Then she gets called for the foul as Miller gets the steal.
Well, she wasn't set. Definitely a foul.
Only the second foul for St. Mary's. Only the third foul in the first quarter. Bearden controls up top. Minute 28 to go. 12-7. Lumberjacks trail. Down to the corner to Bearden. Closing out on her a little bit faster now. Bad pass is in. St. Mary's almost gets it, but the Maniacs able to keep it. Shot up from the paint, no good. Offensive rebound for the Maniacs. St. Mary's almost had the steal, but Orfino able to steal it back right out of the hands of St. Mary's. Down to the corner, left side, looking to the post. Mitchell all over it, into the paint. Shot up, nice shot by Miller. Got it up and high over the outstretched hands of Watkins. 7-point lead for the Maniacs, 14-7. That one's easy to tell.
I'm glad you figured that one out, Tim. I don't have to use the cue cards now.
Almost a bad pass again by Sexton, but Mitchell comes up with it. Sexton now has it again up top, works around her defender, skips it underneath. Shot is, nope, not blocked. It's going to be a foul against, I believe that's Miller. That'll send McGrill to the free throw line. Berkeley 60% from the charity stripe on the season. That foul does go against Miller. Makes the first free throw, and we have the first substitution. As it's going to be Mitchell coming out for St. Mary's.
Jansen came in.
Second free throw up and good for Berkeley. Makes it a 14-9 ball game. 30 seconds to go. Some backcourt pressure from St. Mary's, making it a little bit tougher for Orfino to get that last shot. The Maniacs do break this press. Bearden inside, and she puts it up and good off the glass.
Good out there on the floor. Smooth.
Back the other way. Sexton, left side. Skips it into Watkins. St. Mary's almost loses it. They're able to get it out to Jansen. Now to McGrill. McGrill spins into the paint. Shot is going to go up and good for McGrill. And at the end of the first period of play, St. Mary's trails 16-11, but it's been a fun first quarter. Good ball play by both teams, really. We'll be back with the second period.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Any comments there on that first half, Clark?
Well, I think they're going to exceed the score of the first time they met. If you're going to get 16-11 in the first quarter, that's not bad. That's halfway there, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to trust me on that.
Right. Well, my stats program is doing a really interesting thing to me at the moment. It looks like it's combined the last game and this game.
Well, if that's how it needs to be done, I guess I might get a victory out of that, right?
That is really weird. It's going to make it hard to.
But I really am impressed so far with the girls' defense. They've been really playing tight. Those points that are coming from Bearden are not easy points, but she makes them look easy.
And Lumberjacks have their starting 5 back in. St. Mary's with the ball up top. Right side now. Sexton up to the free throw line. Now to McGrill. McGrill just from inside three-point range.
He can't miss tonight.
McGrill is having a good evening so far. 16-13. Lumberjacks trail by 3. Early second period. Nice give and go there as Bearden was cutting down along the blocks. Now another little give and go action on the backdoor cut into Emma Province, and she puts it up and good. Good ball movement by both teams, really.
So far, I would say so.
I was trying to see turnovers. I think St. Mary's only has a couple, but I don't think Orofino's turned it over yet.
They had a turnover on the 5-second violation.
That's right. That foul goes against the 21 of Livia Johnson. That's her first.
I'm impressed I remembered that.
Sexton to Mitchell. Mitchell at the elbow. Trying to get it to a cutting McGrill, and that one's going to be a turnover. It was a good look. It wasn't a forced pass or anything.
It just wasn't completely executed properly.
That's very interesting. I've never had my stats program do this before.
Nice steal by McGrill here. She brings it up court. Now she decides to slow it down a little bit.
Over to Sexton. Corner to Stint. Off the mark on the 3.
Yep.
The rebound was to Mitchell, though, and her putback is no good, but she will get fouled.
So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. You can play with your stat computer there for a moment if you want to.
And that was Watkins, actually, not...
Yeah, it was Tacey this time. So Tacey's going to shoot.
Free throw line for Watkins, 55%.
Put the first one down. 19-14.
I can't do too much to it yet. Maybe at halftime I'll close it, or at one of our next breaks I'll close it and reopen it. But for some reason it is adding, it looks like, our stats. It's not showing that on the main screen, but it's adding my stats to the previous game. Second free throw, that one is no good.
That can't be an operator error, can it?
Nope.
No.
Rebound to the Maniacs. It's all interweb related. Technology, it's fun sometimes. Works great most of the time. At least I haven't had too many problems with this program. Bearden takes it down to the low post, and I was surprised. Sammy was reaching around both sides of her. I'm surprised that took that long for that whistle to come on that foul. I mean, maybe she wasn't making contact at first, but third foul against St. Mary's. Up to the top of the key, McCarthy. Ball batted up, another steal by McGrill. She just went and batted that thing up into the air.
I'm telling you, she's playing a great game tonight. I've really been impressed with her game.
And that could have turned into a turnover for St. Mary's, but luckily that ball, trying to skip past it in, it came off of an Orofino player. Miller is going out for the Maniacs. Checking in is Reese Deo. She's a 5'3 freshman, listed as a wing player. Into Watkins. Watkins gets it out to Sexton. Back to McGrill. McGrill shot up. No good. Gets tripped up a little bit.
She was a little out of control on that one.
Bearden's going to bring it down herself.
Boy, I tell you, she knows to go left and right.
Well, it was a good job of Sexton, too, to not get called for a foul.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she forced her to go left on the drive, and usually not going to have as much success going from your left, but she looks strong.
They fed that ball down into Watkins in a low post, and the shot was no good, but another foul called on Orofino. The whistle came a little bit late, but I think they were just waiting to see if the shot fell in, but it was well off the mark, and that puts Watkins back to the free throw line. She, I believe, is 1 of 2. Make it 1 of 3. She missed that one. That one definitely did not look good right out of the gate when she shot that one. 20-14, St. Mary's trails by 6. That one's off the mark, too. I almost thought it was going to go in after I started to say it was off the mark, but it hit the left side of the rim.
It was to the left, yeah.
And rimmed out. Maniacs pull down the rebound, up the top to Bearden. A game like this one, free throws could be important down the stretch, so they need to start knocking those down. Up to the free throw line. Back out to Bearden, who's the hot hand right now.
Oh, my goodness. She just cruised right by them.
Again, I think it's St. Mary's tried not to get fouls on them early.
Well, you've got to put a body on her, though.
Yeah. They didn't want to move with her and get called for the foul. 3-point shot on the way by Sammy Stint. That one is off the mark. Maniacs again with the rebound. Feeding it down the floor to Johnson. Johnson's shot won't fall. Rebound to Watkins. And the Lumberjacks will take it the other way. Under 5 to go, first half. St. Mary's trails 22-14. McGrill, first miss in a while for her. Rebound pulled down by the Maniacs. Coming back the other way again, it's Bearden. Steps into the lane. Shot is up and good by Bearden.
Got this nice little crossover move, Tim, on that one.
That one was even contested. 10-point lead for the Maniacs. Largest lead of the game for Orfino. Shot up by Watkins. No good this time. Rebound out to Sexton. St. Mary's slows it down a little bit. Sammy Stint with the ball up top. Over to McGrill. Gets it into Mitchell. Right back out to Stint. Now to Mitchell. To McGrill into Mitchell. Mitchell puts it up and good. 8-5 run for the Maniacs in the second quarter. 24-16. Lumberjacks trail. I think it's an 8-point lead for the Maniacs.
You think right.
All right. Cross-court pass.
My goodness, you put a body on her, and she scored.
Yeah.
That was that time.
That was number 20. That was Bryn Hanna, and she had to put that one up high over the body, and it still fell in. Timeout taken.
Mitchell had eye on her.
Timeout taken by St. Mary's. It is a full timeout. We'll be back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Maries, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back, and I believe we've got Taylor Jansen in for. Oh, it is Casey that's not in there. Or Stacy, not Casey. St. Mary's with the ball. Oh, bad pass there, as that's going to be a turnover on Sexton. Maniacs with the ball. Watkins almost gets a steal. Bearden with it, up at the free throw line. That's the first bad shot we've seen by Bearden. Rebound to McGrill. That one missed everything. Coming the other way, Sexton losing her footing. The ball into the backcourt. She is able to avoid the turnover by having that ball go off of the foot of the defender and back into the backcourt. McGrill double teamed up top. Gets it out to Sexton, left side. She drives, tries to skip it across to Watkins, and it's going to be a turnover on Sexton.
They're forcing the ball in too much right now, Tim. That's where the turnover rate starts to increase.
Down into the paint, or just into the low post, actually. That's Hannah. Gets her shot blocked by Watkins.
That was Mitchell.
Well, when did Mitchell come back in?
Well, she's in there. And she made her presence known on that one.
Maybe, it's Sammy that's out. Who made that bucket?
Number 4.
Okay.
Jensen, is that?
And that was a 2?
It was a 2.
Okay. Okay, there we go. I got my lineup six. 26-18, St. Mary's trails by 8. Directing traffic is Olivia Johnson. Gets the ball to the left side to Bearden. She's got Watkins. Works her way right around Watkins and drives the lane, puts it up and good. Well, at halftime, the way my stats are still going, I might have at least the Orfino stats.
Well, that might be interesting.
Yeah. Down into Mitchell. Now trying to get it to
forcing again.
McGrill, and McGrill had to come off her hand. It goes to Watkins. Watkins with the shot. No good. Foul called. And that foul goes against number 20, Bryn Hanna. Her first foul.
Guess that's a 16.
Watkins having a little struggle from the free throw line. She made her first one. Sexton's going to come out with 1:27 left in the half. Checking in for her was Linnemeyer.
The next door neighbor's in the game.
Watkins' next shot on the way. It is up and good. Who, Jacqueline?
Stormy.
21 is Jacqueline, I think.
Oh, that's Jacqueline?
Yeah.
They look alike.
Down to the right side for the Maniacs. Back to the top to Bearden.
You're right.
Going to get a steal by Watkins.
Ignore the man over here who's talking.
Watkins to McGrill. McGrill off the glass and good. St. Mary's cuts it to a 7-point lead, 28-21. 56 seconds left before halftime. Maniacs to Bearden. Bearden left wing, three-pointer, back iron, no good. Rebound to McGrill.
Looked like a good shot, good form.
McGrill directing traffic into the free throw line to Mitchell. Now out to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer for three. It's up and good by Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer can shoot outside. I haven't seen her make too many this year, but it's nice to see her knock one down. 28-24, back to only a 4-point lead. 25 seconds left on the clock. Halftime approaching. Bearden with the ball gets left wide open.
You can't leave her there.
Misses the bucket. There's a foul on the floor. I was watching the whole bench, the whole Coach Wickard and her assistant, everybody yelling, "Get out there and get on her." And that was a foul on the rebound on the number 20 of Hannah. Her second, team seventh, puts Linnemeyer to the free throw line. Linnemeyer, I have her 50% from the charity stripe. She hasn't taken a lot of free throws on the season. 1-1, though, for Linnemeyer. So they've got to let Stacy get her shoe tied because first shot's live if she misses. St. Mary's a chance to cut the lead down even more here. First free throw on the way. It's up and good by Linnemeyer. Makes it a three-point game, 28-25. See if St. Mary's can cut it to 2. On the way, lane violation on St. Mary's.
Yeah, Mitchell stepped in on it.
Still cut it to a 3-point lead. 15 seconds on the clock. See if the Maniacs
are going to guard her.
Play for the last shot this time. Orfino working it around the top. Johnson has it.
They want to get it to her, and they've got it to her. But
Bearden working from the left side against Mitchell, or Watkins. Wild shot. No good in the final buzzer for the first half.
Casey put a good body on her on that one.
Yeah. 28-25. It's a good one here in St. Mary's at the half. We'll take a break, and we'll come back.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. Investment securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA, SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Ginny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feed and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Maries Realty is a St. Maries icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Maries Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Maries Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Maries.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros, located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. And we are back, and well, Clark might have been right when we were talking about user error with my stats program. And in fact, I reopened the first game that these two teams played, and I started doing stats on that one. So my stats are not correct for the first half of the girls. I did just go through and total up, because I think our leading scorer is Berkeley. So I did go through and tally up her buckets, because it does have, I can go into the list of sequence of things happening and count it, and I can fix this all later. But as of right now, Orofino, Clark, how many points do you think Grace Bearden has?
I'd say 16.
You're close. Grace Bearden has 20.
20 of the 28 points.
20 of the 28.
Man, I mean, she's a good little ball player, I'm telling you.
She has 20 of the 28 points. Emma Province has 2. Bryn Hanna has 2 off the bench. Livia Johnson has 2, and Jalen Miller has 2. But it's been a Grace Bearden show in the first half.
The thing is, I'm watching her. She's a skinny gal, and she doesn't look like she's going to be the dominant basketball player out there. But she is making threes. She's quicker than lightning on that first step.
She's got 2 3-pointers and everything else from 2-point range. And the bad thing for the Lumberjacks, unless they can come up with a way to cover her and slow her down in the second half, the bad thing is she also only has 1 foul, so you can't rely on her getting put on the bench for foul trouble.
If you're counting on that to get a quality player out of a game, that doesn't work very often. Not much at all.
So,
Quality players know how to keep themselves in games.
Yeah. So she's having a good game. She was not, she had 19 when they played last time, but that was all late in the game. And I believe by going through and counting my numbers here, I pulled out my shoes and did my counting for Berkeley. And I'm pretty sure Berkeley is the leading scorer. She has 10 points in the first half, which would be half of the points scored for St. Mary's. And we're going to take a quick break, though, and I'm going to take a look and try to see if I can see who else might be in that area of point scoring. So we'll take a quick break, come back with the second half.
Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend Checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Okay, Clark, so I got smart. I may be not very smart as far as getting the wrong game loaded up for that. But so St. Mary's had 5 turnovers in the first half, and Orofino had 4.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Berkeley had 10 points. Well, I have my stats from the last time they played on paper, so I was able to go.
You used your math.
I used my mathing skills, which aren't the greatest, but hey. Berkeley had 10 points in the first half. Stacy with 4. Mitchell, 3 points for Sammy Sin, 2 points for Casey Watkins, 2 points for Taylor Jansen, 3 points for Jacqueline Linnemeyer.
You want me to double check your work for you?
Nah, we're good.
Good, I'm done correcting things today. I've had too many tests to give.
So we'll start in the second half on this one, and I'll get things right from here on out. Hopefully. St. Mary's will be on defense. Team switch sides. Orofino going now left to right. They have the ball on the left wing. Working it down back to the opposite side. Bearden drives the lane, puts it up.
They're not watching her. She breaks, and then the girl throws the cut back to her, and she's able to break in and score like that.
They're letting her get lost behind the defense. St. Mary's almost with a turnover, but a foul called. They get it down to Watkins in the low post, And Watkins will head to the free throw line after the foul on Orofino. That foul goes against Bearden. That is her second foul.
Oh, there you go, Tim. There's two.
Watkins can't make the free throw, though, and that's... You've been sent to the free throw line quite a few times. You've got to knock them down. Second free throw, that one, nice high arcing shot, drops it through. Now I'm going to have to rely on the scoreboard because my score on my tablet's going to be wrong. 30-26.
Doesn't hurt to look up once in a while, Tim.
Miller into the paint, out to the wing or elbow, shot up, no good. Rebound, fought for and pulled down by Watkins, but a tie-up, and the possession will go to St. Mary's, or to Mitchell. Mitchell got the rebound, and the Maniacs tied it up.
You know, Tim, it's nice to know that you get those two mixed up just as much as I have over the years having them in the classroom.
High entry pass into Watkins, can't get the shot to go.
He's
rebound.
not finishing strong right now, Watkins is.
If there's one grievance that I would say that I would have, a shot by Bearden, no good. Got her own rebound. Putback was no good. Then Berkeley McGrill pulled down the rebound. The one grievance that I've noticed sometimes by our post players, Casey, Stacy, and Sammy, is that sometimes they don't go up as strong as I think as they can from, you know what I mean? They just don't jump.
They're not putting it up strong. Berkeley there with a nice two-pointer on the outside there.
Got the assist from Mitchell. St. Mary's cuts it to a 2-point lead, 28-30. Bearden to McCarthy. Back down to Bearden in the corner. They've got to keep a body on her just about everywhere she goes. And it looks like Watkins is in the St. Mary's in the man defense right now. And Watkins has the duty of covering her. Down to the low post. And that, well, it's a travel, but...
There could have been a bit of a push, too. But nonetheless, it's a turnover.
Watched her kind of put that hip down into her and shove. Maybe using the hips is okay. I don't know. Sexton brings the ball back down, picks up her dribble.
She didn't even know she was there anymore.
Yeah, she just no-looked that pass. 3-point shot from McGrill. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Sexton, though. Sexton's going to drive the lane. Shot no good, but she'll be fouled. That'll put Sexton to the free throw line. 35% from the free throw line is Sexton, so not the strongest free throw shooter on the season. See what she can do here. A chance to tie it up. First free throw, back of the iron, no good. That foul went against Emma Province, her second foul. Second free throw, that one's good. St. Mary's on a 4-2 run here in the second half. Maniacs down into the lane, nice pass, and a step into the lane by Emma Province is up and good. Back to a 4-point deficit, or no, 3-point. Bad pass.
3 points, Tim. Very good.
Bad pass by Sexton, got a little bit too high.
Oh, she missed a layup.
Fight for the rebound, foul called. Who's that going against? Well, that goes against the Maniacs.
Yeah,
guess who it was? Grace Bearden with foul number 3.
Well, she's going to prove me wrong tonight.
Coach isn't taking her out of the game yet either.
No, I wouldn't. She played the first half with only one.
Kind of a little bit late getting that pass.
Push too, though.
A little bit late getting that pass in, like Clark said. Thought there might have been a foul call underneath there. None coming. And then St. Mary's turns it over, but then Orofino turns it right back over as they lose it out of bounds. Lumberjacks will inbound. Sexton back to Sint. Sint with the 3 on the way. Looks good. Front of the iron, no good, though. Rebound was to Mitchell. The putback by Mitchell was no good. Sammy Sint ended up with the rebound. Sammy tried for the bucket. It was no good, but she was fouled. That foul goes against Emma Province, and that is her third foul.
And she's probably their second leading scorer right now.
Well, there's 4 others with 2 points apiece. So.
Well, Province has at least 4 or 6.
Sammy Sent with the first free throw, no good. And again, Lumberjack struggling from the charity stripe tonight. 45% on the season is Sammy. Second free throw is good. They're probably close to 50% tonight, but in a close game like this, that hurts you a little bit. Still a close game, 32-30. St. Mary's on a 5-4 run right now. And almost a bad pass, but then a steal by McGrill. So it did end up turning into a turnover for the Maniacs. Sammy Stent has it right wing. Gets stood up, tries to go to Sexton, and I think she thought Sexton was going to go back to it. Sexton
now it's just too high anyway. Tim.
Sexton continued towards the corner. And
should have probably set it up to Berkeley on the top of the key to let her set up the offense for the moment.
4 minutes to go, third quarter. Travel by Province. Good defense by Mitchell. As Province went up, couldn't decide where to go with it before she came back down. I almost thought her toe might have still been on the ground, but Sexton has the ball up top for St. Mary's. Free throw line to Watkins. Back out to McGrill. McGrill.
She hesitated. She should have taken the shot.
Gets it back to Mitchell. Mitchell's two from the elbow is no good. Rebound goes to the Maniacs. They're going to try to get the run out, and they do. Feeding it. Fed it down to Johnson.
Yeah, what's her name?
I didn't see who it was that fed it down there.
It was
Bearden.
It was Bearden.
Back to a 4-point lead for the Maniacs. McGrill has the ball. Covered up top, down to the corner. Left or right side to... Going to catch Mitchell, I think, in the lane too long.
She's been in there a lot during the whole entire game.
3 in the key. Taylor Jansen looking like she's checking in for the Lumberjacks. She's down at the scorer's table. The ball to Johnson for the Maniacs. Back to the top of the key to McCarthy. She has McGrill on her. Now to the right wing to Bearden. Still in a man's defense. Miller.
And another travel.
That was interesting. I wonder if Miller thought she'd been fouled and then took the steps. I don't know what happened there, but because she got bumped and then she took like 3 steps. I think it was Mitchell that came out. Jansen checks back in for the Lumberjacks. Looking for a little give and go. Up to the top to Jansen now. Back to the corner. Long two by Sammy Sint. That shot is no good. Rebound to Watkins. Lumberjacks set their offense back up. Sexton tries to give a little skip to Jansen, and then the ball is taken away and a foul, I believe, on Sexton. Nope, kickball called.
That's what it should have been.
Kickball against Orofino.
That's what it should have been.
I don't know if that was actually a turnover on Orofino or not. I guess not, because they didn't have the ball.
Oh, it's just defense.
Yeah. Sexton with the ball up top. Gets it over to McGrill. McGrill, long two on the way. Nothing but net for McGrill.
It's hot tonight. She needs to think about shooting it off, and is the way she's putting them down tonight.
34-32, 2:20 to go, third quarter. Lumberjacks trail. Down to Miller. Miller, shot up, blocked by Jansen.
She got all ball.
And the rebound to Sexton. St. Mary's a chance to tie it up here. Looking over the top, a little bit too much on that one. Turnover on St. Mary's. Watkins was kind of bracketed. It was a tough pass to try to feed in. Bearden gives it to Province. Back out. McGrill with the steal. McGrill is having a good night tonight. Bad pass by McGrill. Tipped away by Bearden.
It rimmed almost for us.
Going the other way. Maniac.
Out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's ball.
Maniacs get a little out of control, lose the ball out of bounds. So 3 straight turnovers here.
Berkeley's just playing a great game tonight.
Minute and a half to go, third quarter, 34-32. St. Mary's trails by 2. Sexton has the ball. Goes over to McGrill. McGrill, left, right side. McGrill.
She got almost double dribble, but it was swatted.
The ball's going to be tied up. It'll go over to the Maniac. Checking out of the game.
McGrill came out for a moment.
I think it's the first time she's really, well, second time, I think. Linnemeyer into the game. Nobody else is. I mean, Watkins and Sint, they've all pretty much, I think Sint came off for a little bit, but I don't think Watkins has been subbed out once tonight. I think Sexton hasn't been. Driving is Bearden. Nice move to the bucket by Bearden, but she's only got
6 maybe.
She's got 4 in the second half.
Well, only 4.
Only 4. Been held to 4. A little bit better defense on her. Going to get a 3-point shot from the corner.
Nice one by Sint for a 3-point.
Jansen gets the assist. 36-35.
Now she's bringing the ball up.
Lumberjack still using that man defense. Miller, shot up off the glass. Nice job by Miller. Back to a 3-point lead. Linnemeyer, left side. Sint for 3. Short. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if he was going to see it.
Yeah, she's not looking.
I was looking right down, go, where's her toes? It was on the line. St. Mary's will be on defense with 13 seconds. Into Miller, back to Bearden. Bearden back to maybe a zone defense somewhat now. 4 seconds on the clock.
They're going to shoot way outside.
Bearden for a long 3. That one is off the mark. Third quarter comes to an end in a close one, 38-35. Jack's Trail will be back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back. It was a 10-10 tie in the third. Orofino in the third quarter shot 55% from the floor. St. Mary's at 33%.
You're shooting 55%, and you only got a 3-point lead, though.
Both teams with 6 turnovers.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sure it had a lot to do with some turnovers in the third quarter.
But
go ahead. You can see, though, the score is 38-35.
Yeah. Second chance points, St. Mary's 2, Orofino none, and St. Mary's 2 points off turnovers, Orofino none. And Berkeley had 6 points in that third quarter, so she has 16 now. Sammy Sint added 6 to her total. Maniacs will start with possession. Starters back on the floor for the Jacks. Driving left side is the 21 of Johnson. Back to the top to Deo. Now to Bearden. Skip pass to Miller. Miller spin. Shot won't fall.
Good defense.
Watkins with the rebound. St. Mary's brings it the other way, trailing by 3. St. Mary's kind of telegraphed that pass in there. It took a little bit too long to get it to her. Mitchell was calling for it earlier. It's deflected out of bounds off of Orofino. St. Mary's will keep possession. McGrill has the ball. Over to Sexton. Long 2 for Sexton. Off of the iron. No good. Rebound to the Maniacs.
Bearden brings it up. They are clogging up the inside a little better.
Maniacs left side of the floor.
Still more of a man.
Now to Bearden. This time it's Mitchell. They collapse down on her. She gets her own rebound. The putback is good. Don't let her get her own board if you're going to at least keep her from missing the first shot. Back to a 5-point lead for Orofino. And a bad pass by McGrill.
Bearden steal.
Bearden jumped in front of that pass. She'll bring it back down. Cross down court pass. Back to Bearden up top. Thought about a 3 for a second. Now gets it over to Deo. Deo, right wing. Back
They're
to
being
the top of the key.
conservative with the ball right now, Tim. They're just looking and taking their time. You got a 5-point lead. Why not?
Johnson with the ball. Works her way to the right side. Now they reverse it to the left. That's into Bearden again. Bearden's going to drive. Good job by by Watkins to shield her towards the baseline. She almost steps out of bounds. She tried to skip past it in and gets it off of one of the St. Mary's players. So it stays with Orofino as it went out of bounds. Into the corner. Bearden, 3. That one's long. Rebound, though, to, I thought the Maniacs were going to trace it down, but it was Sexton getting to it first. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. St. Mary's brings it across. McGrill has it up top. Looks like a zone defense, and again, trying to force it inside.
Bearden's reading a lot of that right now, and that's why she got the steal on that one.
That was a turnover by Sint. Almost a nice play by Sammy to get the steal, but the Maniacs keep possession. Left side to Bearden, back to the top of the key, Deo. Maniacs moving around. Now Johnson, left side of the floor for Orofino. Again, like you said, they've just slowed their offense down a bit. They don't need to go too quick, and we're going to get a 3 in the key on Orofino. 35-40, Jacks trail by 5. 2.5 gone, fourth quarter. Central Idaho League matchup, Lumberjacks, Maniacs here in St. Mary's. Coming towards the end of the season for the girls. McGrill for 3, left side. It's nothing but net.
My goodness.
I believe that was Sexton that gave her the pass.
Don't touch her. She's hot.
She's having a good night. I think this has been a season high night for her. Elbow to Miller. Miller tripped up. Blocking foul going to be called. First foul against St. Mary's in the second half. I believe that goes against Sexton. That's her first, too. Oh, shows her second one. Yeah, she had one in the first. I forgot I don't have my first half stats tallied. Up top to Bearden. McGrill almost gave her some room to shoot there, then thought, oh, wait, that's who's got the ball. I better get back on her.
She's also afraid of that first move, though, that would make her fly by her.
Again, Maniacs being patient, working it around to the right side now.
No one there again.
Back to Bearden. Sexton closed out on her pretty quickly. Back to Johnson, right wing, now to the corner. She's going to drive baseline. And they're going to say Sexton gave her a little body bump to the baseline.
She did.
Coach Clark seen it. Kara didn't think so. She turned around, looked at her like, what did I do? Then again, that's just about what any player does typically when they get a foul called. Now, Bearden almost left open. St. Mary's closing out on her pretty good, though. Top of the key. Deo. Back to Bearden. This time the 3 on the way, off the mark. That ball is going to be tied up. Jump ball possession goes to St. Mary's. I'll give Sexton the rebound since she was down there on the tie-up. 38-40. It's been a 3-2 run in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's scoring. Going to get...
Oh, she missed one, Tim.
McGrill with the open 3. Maniacs chase down the rebound to get on the out. When they finally corral it, it's out of bounds. Nice to see McGrill letting it fly, though. We seen her on one earlier that she was open for. Didn't take it. Oh, bad pass by Mitchell. Tried to feed it into a cutting Sexton. Sexton ties it up. Possession will go to Orofino, but that's a nice hustle play by Sexton. Bearden controls it for Orofino. Takes it across the timeline. Working her way up top. St. Mary's looks to be zone defense. And a steal by Watkins. She's going to tap it out to McGrill, then Miller gets called for the foul.
She reached right around her, and that's definitely a foul.
Third foul on Miller. Again, like you said, I was surprised when they didn't take Beard now with 3 fouls, but she's been clean ever since then.
Well, like I just said at halftime, good players don't foul out.
Over to McGrill. McGrill Rifle pass into Mitchell, back out to Sexton, out to the corner to Sint. Sint, cross court to McGrill. McGrill down to the corner, bounces into Mitchell. Mitchell can't get open. She's going to go ahead and put the shot up.
That time she was too strong.
Rebound to the Maniacs, a timeout taken by Orfino.
Full timeout.
3:09 to go in the contest. It's a 2-point game, 40-38. St. Mary's trails. We'll be back.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
And we are back. The Maniacs with possession after the timeout into Miller. Miller shot from the low post, won't fall. Rebound being fought for. Possession favors the Lumberjack. McGrill ties that up, so I'll go ahead and give Berkeley a rebound on that one.
You're so kind.
3 minutes basically to go. St. Mary's
so you're
trails
the stat god, right?
by 2. I get to decide who gets what. I have the power. 3-pointer away. It's Berkeley McGrill who buries it.
And that's their first lead since the first quarter.
I didn't see who gave her the assist.
Yeah. You can give it to anybody, Tim. You're the guy. You're the man.
Well, I think it's usually Sexton up there at that point position, so I'll give it to Sexton.
All right. Your call.
41-40, Jacks with a 1-point lead. Orfino has the ball. Bearden in the corner left side. She surveys. Back up the top to Deo. Back around to the right side. Back to Bearden. Bearden tried to take off without having the ball in her hands, but able to corral it. She's directing traffic up to the top. Picks up her dribble. Guarded by Watkins. Now to Miller. Still on the right side of the floor. Pass down to Bearden. Her shot high